Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Eli the Computer Guy Screaming at Clouds, where we declare with one unified voice, China Man bad. So yeah, we hold these truths to be self-evident. They're not a human being. You know, that is the founding principle of the United States, and you can see that principle alive and well in 2026. And let me just say, I don't think this is going to do very well for us. Eli, why are you anti-American? I, to be clear, am not anti-American. I am anti-idiotically stupid policies that are going to destroy my country. But anyways, how y'all doing today? So I think this is an interesting topic, interesting story, because it just shows you how idiotic the fight between the United States and China is in this whole AI war that's currently going on. So basically, we've tried to restrict the amount of hardware that China can get to try to suppress their AI advancement, and that hasn't worked out so well. Biden, our first dead president, was literally looking at doing export controls on models. So the data for AI, he was going to do export controls on those, literally was going to make it a felony offense to help somebody from China like build an AI model or that type of deal. Yeah, again, to be clear, that was the Democrats right there. And anyways, the issue is that China just doesn't want to stop. I mean, China understands that old white people are a little nervous that their technology is advancing, but it doesn't mean that they want to stop, right? They're just going to keep moving forward. And so we see this with so many things. We see this with the models that they're coming out with. We see this with the hardware that they're coming out with. We see this with the entire stack that China is developing. You can argue about where it is. Is it 5 years behind us? Is it 1 year behind us? But as I keep bringing up, is when we talk about even if China is 5 years behind us, let's just go. That seems to be the farthest they might be behind us. 5 years now is 2021, right? You think about like China being behind. It's like 2005 or 2001, right? So that seems impressive. Oh yeah, well they're behind us. Again, think about technology from 2021. Is that real? Is that so significantly far behind us that there's no way they can catch up or whatever else? Anyways, and so we're just going through this idiocy, right? The artificial intelligence fraud, it is a fraud, has been sold to the American public, that this is what is required to maintain America's quote-unquote superiority, on the world stage. Again, to be clear, it's not medical care for Americans or education for Americans, or retirement accounts for Americans, or housing for Americans. It's all artificial intelligence. And so there's this idea that there's an existential societal struggle between the United States and China, and we must win. And we're just not. We're just not. We lost the Vietnam War. We lost the war on drugs. We lost the war on poverty. We fucking lost to the Taliban, for Christ's sakes. We're not very good at fighting these wars. And so we're now in this war, right? And so China is just moving along, right? We build bubbles. They build tech stacks. Who do you think is going to win at the end of the day? And so our companies and our politicians are becoming ever more desperate to find a nefarious reason to say why China Man is being unethical, why they're doing something illegal or whatever else. And so what is going on right now is the idea of, and I do find it interesting, and words matter, right? Homeless people versus the unhoused, illegal immigrants against undocumented immigrants, right? Words matter. And so now the politicians and all the thought leaders are talking about distillation attacks. And again, think about the words being used here, because distillation is a thing. Distillation is a process in artificial intelligence where you use one model in order to improve a different model. And so distillation is a thing. And we can argue about the validity of distillation, but it works. I mean, functionally it works, right? But think about the fact that they're now calling it an attack. Isn't that interesting? Hey, when the AI companies were mining all the data that had been created by people all around the world for the past God knows how many hundreds of years, were they attacking those websites? And I want you to really think about this right now, right? Cloudflare. So Cloudflare is like this anti-denial service attack system. It's really cool. Use it for DNS. Anyways, one of their pieces of functionality for Cloudflare right now is literally to prevent AI scraping. AI scraping is so, it degrades websites to such a degree, it can literally crash websites, right? Because these sick fucking perverts, the dipshit Darios of the world, the scam Altmans of the world, all those people, right? When they go out and they mine your website, when you ask them not to, when you tell them not to, when you put your robots.txt file, when they do that, curiously enough, that is not an attack. That is not OpenAI attacking your web platform. That is not dipshit Dario putting his grotesque, perverted little hands up the anus of your web platform. No. For some reason, I can't figure out why that is ethical and that is good. But when China Man, right, does a distillation attack. What a distillation attack is you have an AI system that you want to improve it very rapidly. So basically, it's having one AI system teach another AI system, right? So this is a lower value, lower knowledge AI system. You have this system talking to a higher value AI system, getting the responses back, putting that into its training data in order to rapidly improve. Again, literally artificial intelligence teaching other artificial intelligence. And so when we talk about a distillation attack, what this is China company, AI companies, basically having their models communicating with American AI models, getting those responses back, and then improving their systems. Oh, glory be. Glory be. Oh, fuck. Anyways, and that's what we're talking about with an attack. And so this is where I want you to become very concerned right now, again, with the words being used. Does that sound like an attack? Again, is it a violation of terms of service? Maybe. Again, when China Man violates terms of service, oh, that's evil. That's evil. They're going to hell. When, Sam Altman fucks the entire internet. Come on. He's just doing what he was born to do. Colonizers gonna motherfucking colonize. The colonized should know their place. So anyways, now it's being promulgated, this whole idea of the distillation attack. And so how are we going to protect our companies from distillation attacks? Are we going to improve STEM education in the United States? Is Trump, as president of the United States, going to spearhead like national science festivals or science fairs to try to bring up the smartest of the young people so they can build a better future for us? No, that's not how we do it here in the United States. You expect an American to build a better society? You haven't been paying attention. No, we're just going to cry and bitch and moan and call the brown people bad. That's just what we do. U.S. accuses China of industrial scale AI theft. China says it's slander. Well, two things can be stupid at the same time. It's like, well, I don't know if it's industrial scale AI theft, but it's also not slander. Do remember, both sides can do propaganda. The U.S. is preparing to crack down on China's allegedly industrial scale theft of American AI labs' intellectual property. Since the launch of DeepSeek, a Chinese model that OpenAI claimed was trained using outputs from its models, other AI firms have accused global rivals of using a method called distillation to steal their IP. And again, think about about these words being used. In January, Google claimed that, quote, commercially motivated actors, not limited to China, attempted to clone its Gemini AI chatbot by prompting the model more than 100,000 times in bids to train cheaper copycats. The next month, Anthropic accused Chinese firms DeepSeek, Moonshot, and Minimax of using the same tactic to generate over 16 million exchanges with Claude through approximately 24,000 fraudulent accounts. Also in February, OpenAI confirmed that most attacks it saw originated from China. For the U.S., these distillation attacks supposedly threatened to help China quickly catch up in the AI race. In a memo the FT reviewed, the director of the White House Office of Science and Technology warned that the U.S. government has information indicating that foreign entities, principally based in China, are engaged in deliberate industrial-scale campaigns to distill U.S. frontier AI systems. And again, to be just so we're clear on this. This is not Chinese hackers hacking into Anthropic's systems and then pulling out proprietary data or that type of thing. This is not intelligence operations. This is not Chinese or North Korean intelligence operatives who are able to get jobs in these companies and then exfiltrate data. Basically, to be clear here, China is creating accounts on these platforms and then using the output of the accounts that they create on these platforms in order to improve their systems. I just want to be all clear about what's going on here with this quote-unquote attack. According to Kratsios, Chinese campaigns were, quote, leveraging tens of thousands of proxy accounts to evade detection and using jailbreaking techniques to expose proprietary information. His memo said the U.S. firms would soon gain access to government information to help them combat the apparent attacks. And notice how many times they're using the words attacks. So far, AI firms have alleged that such attacks violate their terms of service, but Congress may update laws soon to further equip U.S. companies fighting the alleged fraud. Oh no, does it violate your terms of service? Hey, what about all the copyright you jackasses have violated over the past 5 or 10 years? Hey, are we ever going to get to the copyright compliance against our AI companies? Kratsios confirmed in his memo that the U.S. exploring measures to, quote, hold foreign actors accountable for industrial-scale distillation campaigns. The committee recommended the State Department assess whether the distillation attacks violate laws like the Economic Espionage Act and the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. They also want, quote, adversarial distillation clearly defined and officially categorized as a controlled technology transfer, which will make it easier to restrict fraudulent Chinese access to models. If such steps were taken, the U.S. could prosecute bad actors and impose heavy financial penalties that might dissuade Chinese firms from treating, quote, serious violations as a tolerable cost of doing business. China seems unlikely to tolerate the allegations. A spokesperson for the Chinese embassy in Washington, D.C. told the Financial Times that the White House accusations were pure, quote, pure slander. Now, to be clear here, everybody does propaganda, probably not pure slander. Let me just be clear. China's probably doing this. I would put $10 that China is in fact doing this. So I'll just put that out there. But again, is it an attack? That's the question. Quote, China has always been committed to promoting scientific and technological progress through cooperation and healthy competition. China attaches great importance to the protection of intellectual property rights. Oh, Lordy. Who knew Chinaman could be so I didn't know Chinaman could say jokes like that. Holy shit. Yeah, again, both sides to propaganda. Oh, that's funny. No, China, we really care about intellectual property. Really? Seriously? Oh, Lordy. That one is funny, though. Let's see here. Chris McGuire, a technology security expert at the Council of Foreign Relations, said that Chinese AI firms are relying on distillation attacks to offset deficits in AI computing power and illicitly reproduce the core capabilities of U.S. models. And again, illicitly reproduce, right? To stop them, the U.S. may need to tighten export controls that Trump has loosened. And so this is where we're going to get to the disaster of our politicians. So because of these distillation attacks, right, the U.S. government has to do something. And by God, they will get that brain tumor out of your head, right? If you go to the U.S. government and you ask them to get the brain tumor out of your head, they will pick up a baseball bat, by God, that brain tumor will no longer be in your head at the end of the day. How much of your brains and the rest of it are still within your skull? See, that's not their problem. You came to them to get rid of the brain tumor. Brain tumor is outside of skull. That's all the government is worried about. And so again, why I get concerned about this and this whole idiocy is, as we saw to be clear, under the Biden administration, right? Literally trying to do export controls on models. Models are just simply data. There were real and actual questions about if Americans were helping to support open source models, right? So any of these open source models that came out of China, would they literally be committing a felony? That was actually on the table, right? Beyond that, we've seen the restrictions of selling NVIDIA GPUs and NVIDIA hardware to China, right? NVIDIA used to own like 90% of the Chinese market. Now they have like no percent of the Chinese market. The Chinese AI tech stack is getting bigger all the time. And so one of the big questions here is if the US government decides to crack down on these distillation attacks, like what is that going to mean? What are the countermeasures actually going to be here? And it could get very brutal. Again, I talked about this before with export controls, where not only is it we can't sell hardware to China, so that is as it is, but then basically what Chinese companies were realizing is they could simply route hardware through other countries. They could route hardware through the Middle East. They could route hardware through South America. They could route hardware through Europe. And so all of a sudden, there started being export controls, not simply on China, but also on the Middle East and also on Europe and also on South America, right? It's becoming harder and harder and harder for people who want to purchase our AI stack to literally be able to purchase our AI stack, because the government is becoming so ham-fisted with these stupid-ass measures. So the big thing that I come to with this is, one, I do not believe we can actually restrict the progress of China moving forward with artificial intelligence. We may be able to handicap them to a degree, but again, is it gonna be enough to actually matter? Again, imagine MMA, right? Y'all like MMA, y'all like fighting, right? So imagine you're gonna try to like kneecap the opponent. You're like, we need to make sure our fighter wins this fight. We're willing to do whatever is required in order to kneecap the opponent. So you think about kneecapping the opponent. So you think about somebody coming in with a baseball bat and just Tanya Harding breaking the kneecap of the opponent, and then you're gonna win. Like, what would you be willing to do in order to do that? But here's the thing. What if the worst you could do to your opponent is give them a hangnail? What if your guy is gonna go into the ring and you spend $100 million and you come up with this whole system to try to damage the other guy who's about to go into the octagon, and literally all you're able to do to them is give them a hangnail? Like, is that gonna suck? Would I want to go into the octagon with a hangnail? No. But is that really the kneecapping you're looking for, right? If you're trying to dominate the other opponent, also probably not. So anyways, we're going to see where this goes. We've been hearing about this for a while now, these distillation attacks. It's just more mumbo jumbo. It is our failing political, education, economic, industrial system, and it is just what Americans have been doing for so long at this point. Don't look in the mirror. Don't build better. Simply blame the other person. And again, I don't think that is going to work out well for us at the end of the day. So what do you think about this? What do you think about Chinese, quote unquote, distillation attacks against American companies? What do you think about when it's a white guy scraping the world for everybody's intellectual property? That is just a price for innovation. When a Chinese guy scrapes the AI company's product, that is an attack. Is there a certain point like, it just gets a little frustrating for you? I don't know. What do you think about all this? Put your thoughts down below. See y'all later.